Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get you through your Friday.
Today's Checkout features Adam Lindsay, the co-founder of direct-to-consumer cleaning product company Koh, that's K-O-H. Confused by dozens of chemical cleaners, not to mention all the hardware that goes with them, Adam was determined to simplify domestic cleaning and create a simple, safe, and effective alternative. Almost 5 years later, Koh is now used in 10% of Aussie households, and the company is on track to hit $50 million in revenue this financial year. Adam, welcome to The Checkout. We have heard all about yourself and Koh and your journey so far. We've got 5 quick questions to learn a little bit more about you.
Sure.
Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
I'd say the most exotic is a bass guitar, which I bought from Japan. So navigated through language barriers and God knows what. But Fender 62 jazz bass, my beloved bass guitar. Probably not maybe necessarily strange, but it was kind of about 15 years ago, so it was strange ordering it online back in those days.
Are you still in a band?
I'm not. No. I sort of more on the I'm sort of like a burnt out 90s DJ really. So I was in a band when I was a kid, so it was kind of like one of those nostalgia midlife crisis, premature midlife crisis, I would add, but no, sort of bit more leaning to the DJ thing, which I sort of still entertain myself with as well, dropping some beats.
Nice one. I'm just imagining you with your cleaning products and your beats hand in hand.
It's my hello.
Oh, look at that skill level. All right, number 2, who is your favorite retailer?
You know, I was having a good think about this, and this may not be the coolest response, but I really admire Apple for how they manage themselves. As perhaps the biggest company on the planet, but you know, they are just, you go to their website, their e-commerce experience is super cutting edge. I think their service is exceptional. I'm a big fan of the product, so that helps as well. But I just think, you know, often for a business as large as that to still be at the forefront, you know, around the whole e-commerce and manage their retail, you know, side of things, and to still be nailing that, I think is pretty amazing, really, because you know, sure, they've got lots of resources, but you've still got to execute and deliver it, and I think they do. Every time I go on there, I've kind of, you know, the new products. I think the new watch came out and like it was kind of 3D, and I was just like, God, what have they done this time? It's pretty amazing.
Tell me you didn't buy their $25 cleaning cloth.
No, I didn't. No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, they do have a habit of some strange things. What was the one that they came up with, the $1,000 screen holder or something, which didn't go down well, I think, a little while back. They have their moments. But
they know there's money out there, don't they?
They do.
All right, number 3. Which e-commerce practice do you wish was history?
I think what I'd like to see the end of, and we're all participating in it in a way, and I'm not sure how we can all get out of it, but just the relentless discounting. And I know that's kind of not exclusively an e-commerce thing, but I think, you know, that's ultimately something that I'd like our brand to focus on is to have, you know, that discipline to just be, you know, that's the price, and that's what it is, and we're not discounting. And you know, again, I kind of say Apple are kind of pretty good at just that's the price. Yeah, you know. So I think that it's an easy habit to fall into. It does work on many levels, so it's really hard not to do it. And but I think ultimately, if you know, if we could all have a discounting amnesty one day with all of our customers, just say, you know, it's just going to be here, and you know. I don't know.
I reckon Jerry Harvey will lead the charge on that one. Don't worry. All right. Oh goodness, might need to edit that bit out. All right, number 4. Can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
Yes, I can. It's been our Bible, if you like, for the business ever since we started. I've read it. It's a book by a chap called Ryan Holiday. You may be familiar with him.
Yep.
He's written many. He's a pretty big sort of advocate of Stoicism, which is a kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm a great student of it, but I do have a lot of interest in it. I think there's a lot of the elements of Stoicism which can help founders and everybody really. I don't need to be a founder or a startup person, but it's just a great life guide. And I think his one particular book, The Obstacle is the Way, just gave me goosebumps again.
I've never had this effect on anyone. I'm glad I could. Yeah.
How do you do it to me, Nathan? But the obstacle is the way. Really, in particular, as a founder, and when you're doing startup and e-commerce, there are always going to be things coming out of left field that you didn't see, obstacles, challenges. And I think after reading that book, it really helped us as sort of kind of founders to really see that this is always going to happen. It's going to happen in life. Shit's going to happen. Life is going to throw shit at you that you weren't expecting, that you could easily be, oh, it's not fair, and why does it always happen to me? But when you actually see those moments as a learning opportunity, and what can you learn about this, and how are you going to navigate through this and make it the best, just learn from it. It just has a profound effect on how you handle adversity and challenges, and I just really strongly recommend.
It's one of those books to have on the bookcase to give you the kick up the arse when you kind of get mopey, right?
Totally. And I think just that sort of just the approach of really taking responsibility and ownership of the thing. So you maybe a member of staff didn't work out, you're going to blame them? Well, who hired them? Right. Yep. So it's kind of, there's all that around it, and I think it's just really useful. So Stoicism and that book, The Obstacle is the Way, my two picks. You didn't say I could have two picks, but I'm going to have two picks. There you go. Philosophy and the book.
Look, beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Great recommendations. And last one I've got for you. Finish this sentence. The future of retail is the customer, and I think by that I mean that brands who can really make their decisions based on what is best for the customer are going to be the success. And whenever we've on occasion veered away from making a decision that's not got the customer up front and center, it's always come back and bitten us on the ass. And when we've made the decisions and the steps, is this best for our customers? It's always, there's success that follows. I would say that it's not too... well said.
It's true.
I love it. And if you are interested in the ways that Adam is staying connected to the customers, from the startup at the markets all the way through to staying engaged on the Facebook groups, head back to the main episode where we go into a bit of detail on that. Adam, thanks for joining us on the checkout.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Appreciate it. It's been good fun.
To hear more from Adam, jump back into episode 140, where Adam shares his priorities when it came to developing an eco-certified product. He also shares the stories of why setting up every weekend at the markets for 6 months was time well spent, and how he managed to get a doctor of ionic chemistry to help him for free. Must have been one hell of a sales pitch.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart. It's finally happening. Registrations for eSuite's e-commerce accelerator program are now open. If you're looking to get into e-commerce, upskill in e-commerce, or just want a refresher, we've got you covered. I've taken the lessons from my e-commerce career and the insights from all the e-commerce leaders I've been lucky enough to speak with here and distilled it into 10 weeks of e-commerce learning. We cover the foundations of e-commerce, including strategy, marketing, technology, finance, analytics, and supply chain. You'll even leave with an official Shopify certification. Every week, I will host a 2-hour live lesson, which will be supported by templates, case studies, and resources to accelerate your e-commerce career. And because you guys lend me your ears, I'll lend you a discount code. Use the code ADDTOCART, all one word, our original, to get $200 off your sign up. That's ADDTOCART as the discount code. So don't wait. Class commences on the 14th of March and registration is now open. Head over to learn.esuitetalent.com.au. That's learn.esuitetalent.com.au to secure your place today. See you in there.